Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
The only show that requires an emergency contact. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you tend to get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss getting an unexpected package, a near-death experience, and finding relief during a robbery. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the man who never understood smoking at school. It's Dick. I don't think that you could talk if you aren't using your lungs. Schisler. What's up, Richard?
Word up.
How are you, Richard?
Doing good.
Good, buddy. Glad to see you. Salmon is your color. It's your power color. You know, Tiger has red on Sundays. You have salmon on Friday.
So you're looking at it the wrong way.
Okay.
Really, what you're saying, there's nothing that looks bad on you.
You know what?
It's true.
I suppose you're right.
That's true.
I haven't come in here and said, man, you look like crap today.
Yeah.
I'm always very complimentary
well,
of you.
It's the meth look. You don't really know. It's like the meth chic.
Yeah, this is true.
Man, so Halloween's over.
Yeah, did you have a good Halloween, buddy? I've got some hot Halloween observations I'm going to share with you.
I don't really remember what I did. I bowled.
Oh, boring.
It was boring.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to spend All Hallows Eve, sir.
Whatever. It's not like I go trick-or-treating or something.
You should. It'd probably be more fun. But I think Halloween has changed, man. And it's not just me observing this. A lot of people I've heard locally, nationally even, radio, whatever, saying that traffic just seemed to be down for Halloween in general. And I think all of these trunk or treats have really taken the shine off of the actual Halloween night. You know, because kids have done it like 3 or 4 times. Every group has a trunk or treat. Every club has one.
It's because parents today don't care about their children.
No.
That's what it is.
No, that has nothing to do with it. But I'm serious. By the time the actual Halloween night rolls around, they've done it 3 or 4 times.
But hasn't that really been going on around since COVID, where like no one really goes out anymore? No one really.
It's changed, man.
Which.
And honestly, trunk or treats are weird because if you think about it, you're kind of luring a kid into the back of your car. Come here, kid. My trunk's open. I've got some candy.
I don't know what trunk or treat you go to, but cars are next to each other, so it's pretty obvious if
but
you're trying to kidnap.
Luring into your back of your car.
But no, also it depends on the neighborhood. That's one thing I learned growing up is I grew up when I was like in elementary school, like a sweet neighborhood. Like everyone got together, we had block parties and
like sweet as in everyone cares or sweet, bro.
Like hang 10. It was awesome. And then when we moved, that neighborhood didn't do squat.
And you've never been the same since.
And it was just not the norm. And I was like, no one trick-or-treats here? No one did, like, this is weird.
Well, and it's changed now, too, and we've talked about this before, where everybody now kind of goes out to the edge of their driveways with a picnic table. And maybe some houses will collectively get together and put several of their buckets in.
The people in my neighborhood, you know what they did? One cul-de-sac did? They had trick-or-treat for adults.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this now. This is a new theory. Yeah, see, now it's all becoming about for the adults because the adults can hang out now and drink.
Well, no, like you go to each house, you get your candy, and then they're like, oh, we got Jell-O shots for the adults, or we got White Claws, and I was like, this is kind of fun.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I guess I did that, but I was just...
And if you're a kid, it's gotten confusing because it used to be if the lights were on, people were participating, and you ran up and rang the doorbell. If the lights were off, you moved on. But now it's sort of this mix. Some people don't do the trick-or-treat tables out at the front. Some do. And so kids are kind of confused. And like I said, I think we're turning it into just a big event for the parents at this point. Well, the kids are secondary.
I mean, well, especially the trunk-or-treat's probably the easiest thing to do as a parent because it's like...
It's right there.
They get their thing. We're only here for...
Halloween night's for me, sweetheart. Trunk or treat's for you.
Yeah.
This is where mommy gets her White Claw on. Right.
Because I was
dressed like Wonder Woman.
I was never one of those people who would go to another neighborhood to trick or treat.
Yeah.
Because I know people talk about that. Like,
all the time.
What neighborhoods?
Well, we have a few of those folks that come into my neighborhood as well. You know what? I welcome everyone. You're welcome. Open the back of your Camry and come on out.
You spend all that time on your front yard, and it's like...
You think I spend way more time than I actually do.
Well, you spend enough time where you're proud of it.
Very proud, man.
So you want people to see it.
Selfies galore in
So
front of it.
I don't know if it takes you 10 minutes. So I know you talk about it. So it's like, all right.
I think you talk about it more than I do, but that's okay.
Yeah, because I think it's weird.
No, you love it.
Oh, I love it, but it's also like, man, can we repurpose this pirate ship for? Like, I would just leave that up the whole year and just freak people out. But
Well, like I said, Halloween just not quite the same, and I'm a little sad.
Did you do anything this year? You didn't show me any pictures of this year's decoration.
I did the same as last year. Nothing's too special,
Uh-huh.
but like I said, it's not the same anymore, man. The foot traffic is down. I thought for sure maybe because it was a Friday night, there would be more. Maybe Friday night people were going out, had other things going on, or they've done 5 or 6 trunk or treats. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
Well, now it's November. So
Yeah, boring. Nothing goes on in November. No holidays at all.
I like it. I
love
enjoy
holidays.
it.
I love Thanksgiving. Man, that's one of my
I like
faves.
food.
You do.
And then,
You're a food guy.
Oh yeah, I love it. And then, Veterans Day is next week.
You know, we got to do the obligatory. How are you handling the time change? Seems like everybody's got to have an opinion on that. I know
I
we
hate
talked
it.
about it before. It is kind of weird now. It's dark at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock.
I hate
What am I
it.
supposed to do now? Yeah,
I just hate it.
yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
But then
either,
I get up early too, so I like that where it's actually sunlight early.
by
do like-
early, you mean 9.
No, like 6, 5:30. I like that. I sent you a nice picture this morning. It was
You
foggy.
did. Beautiful picture.
It was foggy on the lake.
I swear I saw an animal on the horizon though. That
Yeah, Freddie was taking a dump,
Yeah.
and it looked great because she was like, it's all foggy, and she's like,
She's looking back over her shoulder too, like, "What are you doing? Leave me alone,
don't
you
worry
weirdo."
about it. It's my coffee walk, and then she likes to do that, and I like sending you the picture.
Oh well.
But yeah, it was not. I mean, the weather, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
man.
the weather's absolutely perfect right now. 100.
But yeah, other than that was about it. The weekend was the weekend.
It was the
college
weekend.
football and hung out with friends. and-
Moving on.
Yeah.
I have a proclamation to make.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready for? I should have put some music together. I think we need to design. It's a little early for that one, but
you said you wanted some music.
that's fine. That's fine. We can kick it off twice. I think we need to design and normalize a handbag for a man that's somehow not a purse.
They have those, don't they? Like a satchel.
Yeah, something. We got to normalize it because you and I,
It's a fanny pack.
which those are great too, right?
So what are you
Maybe
talking
you just
about?
bring it up here on your chest so that it doesn't look like a purse, doesn't look like a
what
fanny
do you
pack.
have on you that you need to have a purse?
Well, I went to the Ren Fest over the weekend, the day after Halloween, and part of my get-up has a satchel of some sort that straps across my chest.
Oh, you weren't.
and goes
you
right
weren't
here.
Sailcracker?
No, I didn't go a stale cracker.
What?
I'm stale cracker every day, man.
Yeah, that's true.
In my heart, and so I was able to put my wallet, my cell phone, my pills, whatever else I got to take. You know, so I'm ready at a moment's notice. And it's amazing. I don't have anything in my pockets. It's so freeing. Like if I just needed to suddenly do some calisthenics, I could because there's nothing in my pockets. We need to have man purses that aren't purses.
You can go ahead and do that. You know that, right?
Yeah, but it's not normalized. We need to make it
Who?
a purse on every man's shoulder.
Why?
That's what, if I'm running for office.
That's a sad way of thinking about life. You need it to be normalized just so you can use it.
This is true.
I would just use it if you need to use it. I like having stuff in my pockets because more likely than not, I would take that satchel and leave it somewhere and it has all my stuff in it. I'm like,
Including
there goes
food, tacos, and all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff. See, for you, you'd have the added benefit of you could carry around an extra meal in that sucker.
No, pocket taco is my thing, though.
But it's a pocket. It's just not in your pants.
I mean, I guess.
And if you're always putting stuff into your shirt pocket, you get shirt droop, because it gets too heavy and it starts pulling down
Oh,
on
that's
you.
just my tits.
I don't think you could say that word.
Yeah, you can. My man boobs.
There you go. You can say that.
But,
Man, you have to bleep that one.
No, you can say that. We're talking about my body, my choice. Okay. But no, if you want to wear a satchel, go ahead, man. I don't see why you have to worry about what other people think.
See, this is how normalization begins. You are now welcoming me into this.
I'm a trendsetter
Man, this is
because
great.
I have.
Are we starting a trend right
I
now?
have that mentality
I
of
can feel
not
it bubbling.
caring what other people think, and they're like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, right.
I'm a
If
cool
I were-
guy,
If
and
I
I
were
do
to
cool
walk in
things.
here with a bag strapped across my chest, right up here tight, you're gonna look at me twice. I guarantee you. You're not gonna be like, "Hey, that's really great, man. This seems really efficient."
I wouldn't have said anything. I'd be like, "All right, cool." You do. You have your laptop bag. There you go. There's your satchel.
Yeah, it's too big. Man purses.
I
we
mean, I
need
have
to
a
normalize them.
backpack if I need to carry stuff, which is always funny to me. Because I remember having that moment, like probably in my late 20s, I was using my backpack for everything, and I was
Like Dora?
yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not in school anymore. Why am I using a backpack? But then I was like, who cares? And then
I think we've talked about this. Were you a one-strap or two-strap backpack
it
guy?
depends on what was in the backpack. Because my laptop now is a beast. So it's like I don't want
So
to.
you made the conscious decision. I'm going to wear one strap with this today.
If I had it on, I'd be like, there you go.
I'm a two-strap guy all the way, baby.
Okay.
Two-strap
You're
way.
making a lot of statements today. I don't really care how you wear your backpack. You got wear on one strap, two strap, whatever. I buckle it.
I'm coming in with my man purse next week.
Do it. If
I
that's
love
what
it.
you want to do, do it, man.
I love how you're so accepting of me.
Everybody should be accepting of you.
No, this is true.
Who do you spend time with outside this conversation that are just mistreating you all the time?
We'll talk later.
The fanny pack thing kind of gets me though.
They're wonderful.
Well, because I don't know if they're comfortable. Because if you're bending over and you're doing stuff, it's like.
You can slide them off to the side over on your hip.
But it's also.
Like if there's the old West, you'd have a
But
piece
see,
in
I
there.
feel like you wear a fanny pack for an event.
But now you wow, and
Like
you
if you're
pop out.
going to a festival,
debit card.
or going to Disney World, or you know you're gonna be walking.
It's the last time I wore one, by the way.
Yeah, like if you know you're going to be somewhere for a while, that's when you bring a satchel or you bring your fanny pack or whatever you want to
I gotta come up with a different name than satchel too. That doesn't sound too manly.
There's probably some goop word for it.
Could keep your jade stone in there.
Yeah, dude, that's not where you're supposed to keep the jade stone.
Yeah, there's a place for that.
There's a place for your jade stone. But yeah, I don't. And then again, it's you know what? So this is something that I was talking to a friend the other day about, and they asked like, "How long do you take to get ready?" And I basically said like, "I'm usually on the go." Like,
However long it takes, right?
well, it's more of like, if I have to be somewhere, I'll wait till the last minute and then go. Meaning, like I wake
Wait,
up.
what?
Like, no, so like say I wake up
Okay.
and I have like a show at 7 a.m. I'll probably wake up at 6, take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then just go. Like I don't.
But if
wake
you have a show at 9, you wake up at 8:30.
at 6, no, I was kidding. At 8:30 probably. But it's just one of those things where I'm not in that regimen of I'll always wake up 4 hours before I have to be somewhere so I can have my breakfast. To have I'm like always like just I'm out of here, and I probably need to stop doing that. But then again.
You be you.
Yeah.
You be you. Dick,
But-
the other day I was playing golf because I want to change subjects abruptly, and I sunk a nice putt. Yeah, I was pretty happy, pretty proud of
Yeah,
myself.
you're
I don't
pretty-
do that very
you're pretty
often.
serious about golf.
I don't know. Maybe. And I sank a nice putt. I'm pretty excited. And the guy I'm playing with, yeah, and we go to give a high five. There is nothing worse than the missed connection high five.
I
Except
think
for
it's pretty
maybe
funny.
just the fingertip high five, man. Because you kind of do it and you know it was wrong. And you kind of stop and look at each other and you're not sure whose fault it was. Was it my fault? Was your fault?
I thought you were going to say you bumped uglies or something, and I was like,
That's a whole nother situation. Not for a putt.
what are you guys
Maybe
doing?
for a hole in one.
Yeah.
So then you go to do the high five again, but the excitement's not nearly as much as it was just a few minutes ago, so it's kind of deflating. Yeah, I had one of those moments. I hate those, man, because it feels so weird to
I think they
touch
were great.
another man's fingertips,
I would laugh about it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Just doesn't have the same juice the second time around, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man. Like, it's fun. Whatever. I guess.
I don't know. Anyways, all right, buddy, you about ready to kick off the show? I had to pare the show down. The world gave plenty this week.
I sent you a couple of funny things.
Yeah, one of them made the cut. We'll talk about it here in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and kick off the
Well,
show.
they were all
Joe
great.
Music!
Wait,
Wait,
all of
hold,
them were
hold,
great.
Hold on. When you send them, they're great. When I have them, they're crap. A Kentucky woman.
Because I know it works.
Yeah. A Kentucky woman expecting medicine and other medical supplies in the mail instead received a box of human body parts.
Oh, one of these mistaken body parts. We got dinosaur parts going everywhere. We
This
got.
is nuts, man. A package that was meant for surgical training went to the wrong address on Wednesday. This is in Kentucky, near Nashville. This is nuts. First of all, I guess I didn't realize that, and it makes sense, that people do experiments and learn on actual body parts.
Yeah.
But she received hands, arms, and fingers in the mail.
What's interesting to me about that is how were they packaged? Because after the first, like, cause I can imagine you get the body part, and it's probably in a cooler or something.
You would think, right? A Ziploc.
And you unwrap the first one, and it's a hand. You're like, whoa. Okay, but you open the whole thing?
Yeah, you keep going. Hey, look, I'm just going to say this. If I'm going to receive body parts in the mail, my first choice is probably going to be hands and arms. They might come in useful.
Yeah, but that's multiple items, so you see it, unless it was just
Come in handy. Hey.
I mean, I'm trying to envision this box.
Right.
It's like you open and it's just a bunch of body parts. No, they're probably like, especially if it's for surgical reasons.
The picture in the article just shows a cardboard box. I'm like, there's no way that could actually be it.
No, I like it, but
intended to be delivered for surgical training, but was somehow delivered to her front porch. Let's see. I think this is interesting. Yes, it would be really crazy to receive stuff like that in the mail, but what if you're the person who's actually supposed to be receiving it, and someone opens it up and goes, "Oh my God, there's arms!" You're like, "That's mine. I ordered that. Amazon Black Friday deal."
Well, it was probably even labeled correctly. I mean, it's illegal to have body parts, so it had to have been labeled correctly.
Yeah, and I guess the person who was expecting the body parts got like Furbies or whatever that lady ordered. You know, no one has bothered to see what the hospital got in return.
There's more to the story than this person's letting on.
What do you mean? Do you think they're hiding something?
Well, I mean, they're nosy.
What do you mean? They're not nosy. They're handsy.
Well, I mean, if you get a package and it says
medical supplies, yeah, I'm probably not opening it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did I say it was labeled? Yeah, it just says meant for surgical training, not that it was labeled.
Oh, she was expecting medical supplies, but it had arms and fingers in the box. Yeah, I guess I could see that.
I don't know, man. That would shock the hell out of me. What body part would you like to receive in the mail, Dick?
None.
You're no fun.
Well, I think because I'd probably be tempted to keep it. Like if someone sent me a foot, I'd be like, I'm keeping this baby.
Look what I found today, guys.
Yeah, I got a foot. Yeah, like remember that? Was it like a month ago? We were talking about those people who take their body parts and they seal them for their dead ones.
I don't know. We probably talked about that.
No, we did. Well, because we're talking about the people who like say I died and I gave you my skin for the tattoo, so they could like keep it. But then also people were keeping body parts for.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, I always wondered that. Like, say you got your foot amputated.
Well, I'm glad to know that they're actually studying using real life arms and hands, keeping the tradition alive.
Good for them.
Good for them. Staying on the subject of hands and feet, in the bustling tech hubs of Bengaluru in India.
That actually happened to me one time.
What?
We had a guest on some show, and he designed some medical teaching device that was like fake skin that you could do sutures and staples, and it came with this whole kit.
Nice.
And so he gave me a kit, and I didn't think of anything of it, and I was moving, and it's just like it just looks like fat, and it had sutures and stuff in it, and then
gross.
The people who were with me are like, "What is this?" And I look at it, and I was like, "What do you think it is?"
None of your business, man.
It's like, why?
Hand that over.
Why are you practicing
medical supplies?
Sewing up wounds.
You never know.
And I'm like, man, Rambo did it. I want to do it. Okay.
Well, this is somewhat related, but in the bustling tech hub of Bengaluru, that is in India, and beyond, a particular industry is quietly thriving, one that blends the mundane with the futuristic. This is dubbed, quote, hand movement farms, or data capture labs. This is where unassuming facilities employ hundreds of workers who strap cameras to their foreheads and spend hours meticulously doing things like folding towels, stacking boxes, and manipulating everyday objects. But this isn't a performance art or quirky TikTok trend. It's the backbone of training humanoid robots to mimic human dexterity. Bro. They're paying people in India to walk around with cameras to train our replacements, to do everyday mundane things. We're essentially engineering ourselves out of our own lives, man. And these people are voluntarily doing it. I'll volunteer, sure. Because you know that right now it's someone's job to fold clothes, to make shirts, even if they are 12 years old. It's a job in China somewhere.
Okay.
This is going to be done by a robot soon, Dick. This is scary. Would you volunteer to do this?
No.
What would they learn from your AI with a camera strapped on your head all day? Look, you probably don't. I mean, this could go pretty far. Think about it. If they were to strap a camera on top of a adult male performer, your girlfriend would never be the same. Just think about that for a minute.
Yeah, I just tell the girlfriend, think of me as a robot, baby.
She ain't going to need you for much longer, buddy.
No, someone always needs me.
I guess the robot, if they strapped it onto your head, would really be good at picking its nose, smoking a cigar, dropping its pants at inappropriate times.
Yeah.
But it would do it with the dexterity of a human. It wouldn't look like a robot, you know?
Yeah.
Taking pictures of your dog, taking a poo in the morning.
Well, I mean, I get why they're doing this.
No, I mean, it makes sense. They've got to train somehow. And I doubt it's just a regular GoPro. I'm sure it's hooked up to software that can then be fed into whatever microchip that they're putting into robots so that they don't look so weird when they run.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a fine line with what we expect robots to do for us, then also what's the expectation, like real expectation. And to me, if a robot's capable of folding clothes, that'd be cool.
Yeah, but that's someone's job. I've
Not-
always
not-
said that, look, find a
do
job
you-
that can't be replaced by AI.
But okay,
But here we go.
You're arguing that folding clothes is a job, right?
Someone does it, yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How many people do you think fold clothes for a living?
This is in India, so probably 14 billion.
Okay. Here in your life, your lifestyle, do you pay somebody currently to fold your clothes?
Indirectly, I do.
What, are you talking about your wife or something?
No, I mean, when you go to purchase clothes at a store, right, those clothes have probably been folded and shipped all by hand in some cases, and now that job is going to be a robot.
Yeah, that's okay.
And that all goes into the cost of the shirt, right? This is says this one team has over 2,000 employees, half engineers and half annotators, which produce hundreds of videos every day. In one batch, they dispatched a 200 towel folding clip to the U.S., each scrutinized for silly errors like improper grips that could confuse the algorithm. So they're back there, I guess, perfecting this.
Slave drivers.
But I wonder if this is
Use
a pretty
your
good...
index finger and your thumb.
That's how we do it over here in India, man.
Yeah.
Would be kind of interesting, all the robots, especially if they're using, I don't know, folks from different cultures that we're used to, and they have maybe different techniques of doing things. Our robots are not going to be doing things the way us weird Americans do. They're going to be driving on the wrong side of the street, kinds of stuff.
Well, one thing I do like about this is, those brainiacs are sitting in a room going like, oh, we got this robot, but how we have to teach them is kind of strange. Like, we have to have data for it. And the only way to get data is someone's got to fold something at least 14,000 times. And they're thinking, well, who wants to do that? None of us want to fold a towel 14,000 times. And then someone goes, India.
It's always the
Easy.
Indians. Easy peasy. These videos are interesting, though, because they're really looking for intricacies on how to do some of this stuff. It says feeding neural networks that analyze joint angles, torque applications, tactile feedbacks, all these real fine touch things that robots can't do yet. They're learning. Or they will be learning. Yikes, man. Pretty scary.
Yeah, but some people take enjoyment folding their own clothes.
I do.
I can see you doing that while wearing your satchel.
Just because as I'm folding it, I'm like, you know what? At least I'm not a robot. That's what I think.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
I mean, I enjoy doing my clothes.
Check this out, man. A California woman survived a freak accident.
Now, if I had to do clothes for like 6 people, that's when it gets
Yeah,
kinda
no,
tiring.
just for yourself.
For myself, it's kind of like a peaceful period, like a 20-minute break. Put some music on, and you also get to see what condition your clothes are. So you
Right, yeah.
find, like this one goes in the
Oh, I've had this for 20 years. He's with me. Stay with me, buddy.
well, more of like as a whole.
Right. Still good.
Like put that in the whole pile.
Still good, pal.
Yeah.
A California woman survived a freak accident, get this, Dick, after a plane crash landed on a soccer field and hit her while she was walking her dog.
Okay.
Dude, this is weird. A family member of the victim said that she didn't hear the two-seater aircraft approaching or crashing onto the soccer field because she's deaf. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This poor woman,
Yeah.
is out walking her dog, minding her own business, probably about to do a nice header
Looks like a John
or
Denver
or a
plane.
corner kick, and here comes a plane. And can you imagine being the person hey, lady, lady.
Yeah.
And she just waving back. Kaboom. You know, we had that story not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a farm, or it was right next to the airport, wasn't it?
A woman was mowing the
Yeah.
grass near a landing strip, and a plane wing like clipped her. Right? I think it killed that woman, though. Right?
I hope so, because that would be painful.
Well, it could have grazed her.
Yeah, that would hurt really bad if it just grazed you. I'd rather be just.
I think a graze indicates, just a nick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It is almost an unbelievable story. I think I'd be fairly traumatized. And I also think my dog would probably be fairly traumatized.
I guess.
I mean, every time something flew over, the dog kind of looks up. I don't know, man. Anyways, just that was a quick hit. Another quick hit. Marion County officials say an administrative release error involving inmates who are identical twin brothers led to the wrong person being released from jail. Dick, you sent me this article.
I thought it was pretty cool.
So,
because I was sitting there.
what's the deal here, right?
Well, I was wondering, like, if the other brother, like, I imagine if you're in prison, you know when you're getting out. Like, that's on your mind most of every day. And then your brother's gone, and you're like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be out.
That's the thing I was gonna bring up, right? These are identical brothers, so they look the same.
They're in the same prison.
Same prison, have a very similar name. One's name Darren, and the other one's name is Daryl.
Yeah.
My brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. If you're and one of them was in for worse charges than the other, right? One was in there for like aggravated or evading arrest, and the other had a whole slew of crimes. And the guy who had the lesser crimes stayed in, and the guy who did the worst crimes got let out. You think he was going, I know this ain't right.
Yeah.
You're not going to say. And if that's the thing, if you get let out and you know this was a mistake and you hightail it immediately, and then they can't find you, they can't come back and get you on evading at that point, right? I mean, you let me out. You're somewhere in Singapore at that point.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing.
You've got a GoPro on your head practicing folding techniques in an Indian factory somewhere.
Yeah, because, it's funny you say that. I was thinking the other day, I was reading more about that the Louvre robbery.
Uh-huh.
And they got caught. One of them got caught because he was trying to fly out. And I'm thinking...
Oh, he wasn't wearing the king's crown walking down Main Street like I thought?
And I was thinking to myself, if you had that much time to get to an airport, wouldn't it be smarter to drive to the next country over? Because, I mean, I imagine Europe, there's not like a whole stop that you can just drive into France or drive in.
You're now entering Finland.
Yes.
There's a sign. Population 15 million.
Well, I mean, like, I don't think there's kind of like
It's not border patrol.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of border patrols. See, that's what I would have done. I would have driven, 2 hours.
Why take a flight?
You drive to the next country and you take a flight because that country's not looking for you.
Yeah, I think all the systems are connected, man. They know.
Maybe. But I was just like, man, that sucks.
I did hear that one of the vulnerabilities of the museum was a fairly easy-to-guess password. Did you hear about this?
No, wasn't it Louvre?
It was Louvre, which for me would be pretty stringent because I have no idea how to spell Louvre anyways, on the account of it being all French and stuff. There's an R and a V that aren't in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. No, this guy, so we had Daryl and Darren. So Daryl was in custody on theft, criminal mischief, and battery, and bodily waste charges. You know all about bodily waste charges.
That piss can guy.
Yeah, or he dookied somewhere he wasn't supposed to dookie. But Darren, on the other hand, was being arrested for just, like I said, resisting law enforcement charges. But it was Daryl, the bad guy, who got set free, all on the account of the identical twin and the clerical error, So I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. How we doing on time, buddy? We got time for a quick hit here before the break?
Yeah, go for it.
A wild black bear infiltrated the Sequoia Park Zoo in Eureka, California, dude. That's right. A bear breaks into a zoo and doesn't break out. And it remains unknown how it broke into the facility, which is fenced off to the surrounding park. And the zoo's education coordinator said, overall, he was a very polite visitor. You know what this reminds me of, right? So this bear sneaks in just trying to fit in with all the other bears because this is a zoo and it's probably great and all the accommodations are wonderful. It kind of reminds me of, you ever seen people in like doing a line dance? And it's clear that one person doesn't know how to do the line dance, so they're kind of looking over at the person next to them, and they're doing all the moves, but they're doing them just a moment behind everybody else. I can see this bear kind of going, oh, yeah, walking over here. This is where we eat. Yep. And this is where we go to get fed over here. And yep, this is where we look at the visitors, just trying so desperately not to stick out.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. Breaking into the zoo. I love it, man. Love it. All right, man. It's a pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the health benefits of wine. Right here on the Audience of One show, everyone. Stick around.
And we're back. Part 2. First show November 2025. Remember this day, Andrew.
Okay.
It's the day you're slowly becoming a woman.
Every day, one
with
a little bit closer.
With that satchel talk.
See?
I was waiting for that. But welcome back to Audience of One. We're here every Friday morning. I almost said Monday.
Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's what we're calling this
Yeah.
house. Yes.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited. My computer's acting up, so if I'm really quiet, that's because I'm trying to fix it.
Yeah, we had to do a hard reboot during the break. The computer seems to be hanging in there. If we can make it through this half, I'll be pleased. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's just like I want to read the articles with you, and it's like loading half the thing. I'm getting like triple ads now. I'm like,
yeah, you weren't able to follow along like you normally do your engaged self. I know it's very frustrating for you.
Yeah, because usually when you're telling me what you read in the article, it's wrong. Because I have to read it. I'm like, wait a sec.
What are you, my editor, my fact checker?
No, I got to be on you, dude.
Well, speaking of fact checking, did you see that Buzz Aldrin's wife died?
Cool.
You know who Buzz Aldrin is, right?
Yeah.
The first man into space or to walk on the moon.
He's a little touchy about that.
Yeah, he's gotten a little violent about it, especially if you accuse him of any part of it being fake.
Oh, that is kind of funny, though.
What?
Well, think about how, like, you do this great thing.
Right, supposedly.
What's what I'm saying? You do this great thing, so for like 10, 15 years, you're a hero. And then all of a sudden, society's kind of like 20% going, was it fake?
Yeah, and then the internet comes out, and everybody's an inspector. Look at that flag.
Well,
it's
that's
not
what I like
moving,
about
man.
it was another good example are like the Holocaust deniers.
Again, the internet has fueled that conspiracy.
It's really, well,
Yeah.
because, actually, I think it's just the nature of humanity. Because if you think about the way we tell our stories
Sure.
and we record our stories, you never really know.
Mm-hmm.
Because like people don't understand how the pyramids were built, and I'm like, weren't there people around when that happened? Like, do we not record that?
Right, somehow.
So but then again, I don't really look too far into it. But imagine being Buzz.
Yeah, I've heard he's gotten a little bit contentious with people who
punched a
approach him.
dude.
Yeah, he did. I love it. Well, what I
And-
didn't realize, one, that he was still with us at 95 years old, but he was only married to this woman for 3 years.
Oh, rock and roll, dude.
And she was 66 years old.
Oh, wow. So she's 30.
Yeah, 30 years younger and died. Kind of sad. Again,
Hit by a plane. She was deaf.
Yeah, I didn't. Again, my apologies to the Alden
Fell
family.
into a
I didn't realize he
sinkhole.
was still alive. You think he gets married again?
Well, there's no time like the present.
That's right. But I do think it's kind of funny because, speaking of walking on the moon, I think it's funny that there was one guy's job to actually just stay back in the rover while other two guys got to go out and make history and walk around like, yeah, you just stay back. We got this. All right, guys, I'll keep the motor running.
Do they draw straws, you think? Or,
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
imagine it was plain.
And when you tell people you went to the moon, like, what'd you do? Well, I manned the rover. They wouldn't just let him step out for at least just a quick, just stick your toe out, walk for just a few seconds. No, stay in the car.
Yeah, but then it's like, hey, can I come out now? So you come in here, I can get out. But then again,
It sucks, man.
I can't imagine.
Poor dude. We've been there like 3 times. He's never walked.
I can't imagine the first trip because you're just like, no one's ever done this before, guys. And then it's like, yeah, we could literally be that submarine that just
Implodes. Yeah.
and it's just like, there's our body floating around in space forever.
Speaking of floating around in space forever, I can't believe that we used to shoot dogs in outer space.
I like it.
Too,
Monkeys,
man.
we got monkeys,
Monkeys,
we got dogs.
Yeah, that was a thing, right? I'm not just making this up, or that's not urban myth or legend. They used to shoot animals into outer
Yeah.
space, so there could
They
be.
probably shot a lot of things that we don't know.
Yeah. Can you imagine that dog being freaked
Well,
the
because
F
like,
out,
who
man?
was it? I forgot who I was listening to. It was either Elon Musk or something. He said
Messed up.
He said some number about how many satellites are out in space.
Yeah, it's tens of thousands now.
But like, I'm thinking to myself, there's always a news cycle about a rocket going to space. But if there's thousands and thousands of satellites, do we not report that to the news?
No,
like,
they're launched constantly.
so
now.
it's just like,
I mean, you and I could just put together enough funds and launch a satellite now, have our own.
well, so I'm curious about that because is there a format that you have to follow with the FAA or something where it's
Probably.
because I was seeing a lot of weird stuff out there.
Bet you would.
Because like, for example, remember that thing he did where he sent out a Tesla car to space?
Yeah, he shot a Tesla car in outer space.
So do you think he had to like get approval of that? Because at
You
one
would
at
think
one point you're sending too much stuff to space, guys.
Maybe we need to ask Space Force.
Well, that's what I'm curious about because it's like because I know you're trying to do some scientific studies, but now
Not me personally.
But we gotten to the point where we're letting someone
Yeah,
just shoot a
exactly.
car,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey, like we don't really know what's out there.
I'm gonna put this goop jade stone into outer space
Used.
and see. Yeah,
Used.
and see what the aliens think about this in 30,000 years.
But no, but that the buzz thing is really funny. Like I just can't imagine doing
Because
that.
like if that dog that got shot up into outer space in the 70s or 80s, whatever it was, some alien life form finds him 30,000 years from now, and they open it up and there's a dead dog in there. They're gonna think the human beings are the most sickest form of human life or life.
And then they
in
find
general.
a Tesla.
What is
like,
wrong with these people?
They find that Tesla like sweet ride.
No, sweet 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, bro. Because that's what aliens.
But
sound
no, I
like.
always wondered that because like when he was talking about how many satellites, how much space junk's up there, I'm like, man, it's so funny that none of us are aware because we never go to space, like you and me. So we have
Not yet.
We don't. I mean, we have no idea how much crap's up there, but apparently there's a lot of crap.
There is a lot of crap floating around. I've heard it's getting worse.
Well, how can it get better?
We need to stop shooting stuff in
Well,
outer
that's what I was
space.
wondering.
Yeah.
Is there anyone going, hey, in 100 years we should stop?
I mean, trash. We're running out of room here. It does seem like a pretty good idea just to shoot trash into outer space.
That's how we treat it.
But if we don't calibrate it correctly and it doesn't quite clear the Earth's gravity, we're getting splatted back with our own trash. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of stays in our own orbit. We got to make sure that we get enough oomph.
Yeah.
That's a scientific term, by the way. Oomph.
Yeah,
To get it all the way out there.
because I was thinking about that Tesla car, and I go, how funny it would be if someone got in the trunk and just went to space.
I mean, he wouldn't make it very long.
I know, but it'd be kind of funny.
Don't we shoot our ashes into outer space? Like, can't you? Isn't that a program
I
that
don't know.
you can?
I have
like
no
someone
idea.
dies, you burn it, and you can just like send it up in outer
Clearly,
space.
you can call a guy, and they'll send whatever you want. If you can send a car to space, you can send whatever you want. You might have to know Elon Musk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not
but
anybody.
like
Let's
you
be
can get it.
honest.
That you can. I mean, it's doable.
Look up real quick if your internet is still active. How many satellites are there currently in outer space right now? I'm gonna guess 30,000. 30
In orbit.
In orbit, yeah, 33,000. I don't know.
Not interested. There are over 13,000.
13,000. And it wasn't that long ago where I
And
seem
then
to
they're
remember.
expected to have 15,000 by the end of this year.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just exponentially growing.
Inactive, 2,700.
Yeah, they just float around out there because I guess once they've shot their space wad and they're not good for anything anymore,
61
they just float around.
6,100 of those Starlink.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's a cool. That's what I was just wondering.
At least they're serving a purpose.
there's only so much area around the Earth, and eventually we're gonna-
Eventually, we're covered, right? We
Yeah.
got it. We don't need any more.
Well, what do you think about those? We're talking about Buzz and being the first person. You know, like how incredibly how much pressure is on you because you might die. Think about the first people going to like the next planet or wherever where we want to go or whatever it is.
We're gonna make it there.
Because I always like those sci-fi stories where it's like, hey, it's going to take 61 years to get there, so we're going to put you in Cairo sleep or something,
Right? We have to start you off as a 4-year-old.
But yeah,
We'll
so
teach you along the
that's
way.
what I was wondering. I was like, I guess that's kind of funny, and then all of a sudden you have one leak and everyone dies, and then you never hear.
Well,
and
yeah.
here on Earth, we never hear about it because it takes so long to get the message back. And
Well, yeah.
Because like that's one thing I always enjoyed about the satellites. When they first launched the first satellite to Mars to get pictures, it's kind of funny to me like it's a waiting game now. And so like that one guy's job was like just like, oh, is the light still on? Yeah, we're good.
It's like the editor of a fishing show. There's a lot of downtime.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that one moment.
Oh no, I couldn't do that. Well, unless it's Bill Dance, I could probably do that. But yeah, no, that'd be an incredible job. We're like, yeah,
would.
We're gonna get the data in like I don't know, a year, 2 years. And then you get hit by a Tesla car, and
Speaking of shooting trash into outer space, is it considered littering if you throw like a banana peel or an apple core or something out the window? It's perishable. I saw somebody do this the other day. At a stoplight, window goes down, banana peel right out the window, and I'm like, I didn't know if to be mad or not. Because if it was a McDonald's bag, I'm pissed. I'm going to do my...
Well, I think it's more of... I don't think it's even...
Is that considered...
It's just bad
littering?
manners.
Oh, of course. Because it's mucking up the street. But I don't know if it's actually littering since it's, it's returning to the earth.
Oh, so you have a threshold?
I mean, I'm guessing, right? It does. Okay. Do you consider it the same as a whole McDonald's bag?
I do. I'll be like, yeah.
Or a banana peel? Because that banana peel is going to be gone after about a week.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as the trash bag. That thing's going to live on forever.
Ask the officer what they would write the ticket for.
That's what we need to know. I need to know. I don't know if it's littering
I know
or not.
you need to know this.
Yes.
$250.
For?
Starting at to send ashes to space.
I knew it. I knew they could do it. I swear either we've talked about it or I've heard somebody talk about it.
I don't think they shoot it right then and there, though.
Do they send it in an actual rocket? Because $250 seems really cheap. Oh, you know what? I bet you're in there with about 10,000 other people.
I can send myself to space. I can send
That's a group rate. That's like a Groupon.
I wonder. I want to fill this out and be like, "Can I just go live?"
Yeah, I don't think it works that way.
But yeah, $250.
That's a huge earn.
Symbolic portion of ashes launched.
Yeah, I imagine what they do is they mix you in like a little tiny capsule, and then it's in a larger container with a bunch of people, and you're up there forever. That would be a kind of cool way to go out, right? I mean, why not?
Hey, you get a digital flight certificate for your family.
That's pretty lame.
So stupid.
That's lame, dude. You can just pass on that. Hey, how about for $240? Just charge me that and skip the certificate. I don't care about that. Of course, I'm dead. I wouldn't care about any of it.
This is more than a memorial. It's the way to celebrate a well-lived life, written among the stars.
Can you imagine you're some alien sitting in your house, your nice 3-2, and here comes some space dust from humans shooting ashes coming right through your window. You're like, good God.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
It's kind of fascinating. I like it. I guess it's one way to spend $250.
I guess so. Speaking of fascinating,
I kind of want to get a job there for like 6 months just to see how they do everything.
it would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of interesting, or maybe I'm going to let you be the judge.
Because I feel like
of
you
this.
could just make it all up, unless you can go watch the rocket.
Yep, sure it is. Send him to outer space last week.
It says like they'll give you a live tracking.
Yeah, how are you going to prove it? There could be nothing
flight
on that
tracking
spaceship.
and real-time mission updates.
Yeah, they can fake all that now. They can fake all of that.
Those who wish, we also offer a rare opportunity, an engraved inscription on the exterior of the spacecraft itself. So they're just sending little rockets up there.
Little baby rockets full of dead people and ashes. I want you to be the judge of this, Dick. Tell me if this is cool or if this is pretty lame. But a Virginia man claims to have ridden every single... I have a feeling we're going right back.
Sorry, they have a getting started tab, and the first thing is a box on like a front porch. And it's like, oh yeah, put your dead one just like in this box, or like, that's just funny to me. Yeah,
It's like Colo Guard.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit. Look at this. I'll show you. I'm gonna pull it up. They have a step-by-step.
Step-by-step. First step, die.
This has got to be a scam, dude. This is.
There's no way.
Like, we gotta prep the Celestial Tribute, and it's this little tiny jar. And let's see. I just want to see the spacecraft. Okay, it's a little box. Oh, they really.
This ain't real, man.
Look,
this ain't real.
This got to be a scam. Look at the box.
They're showing it like float into outer space.
That's great.
It does look like something that the UPS would have picked up.
Yeah, dude, that's hilarious. You know what's funny is they might get one of those colon guard boxes.
That's what I said.
Oh,
the Colo Guard
sorry.
box.
That's some funny stuff, man.
Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I want you to be the judge of whether or not this is cool.
This would be a good gag to get your
It
buddy.
would. It would. 250 is a little steep for a gag gift, though.
Well, you're talking about in the future where I'm like really rich and sending cars to space.
Audience one getting millions of views.
Yeah.
A
Donate today.
A Virginia
Help
man.
me go to space.
A Virginia man has claimed to have ridden every single roller coaster in the United States that adults are allowed to ride, for a total of how many roller coasters do you think?
Oh,
he
290.
has? 290. You think there's 290 adult roller coasters? 1,000 and a cheeky 69 roller coasters
Oh,
total.
wow.
Yeah,
That's a
and he
lot.
rode all of them. His name is Rick Matthews, and he's 39.
Way to go, dude.
It says he's from.
He's not a onesie of the week, though.
No, this is what I was getting at. Is a guy who's willing to ride every roller coaster and brag about it. Is that cool or is that kind of dorky? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you must have a passion for it.
Obviously,
I mean, I love riding roller coasters.
I'm not a roller coaster guy. He said his very first roller
When you
coaster.
say you're not a roller coaster guy, are you saying because like you literally have a fear?
I just don't enjoy them, and they don't make me feel very good
Yeah,
afterwards.
they're great.
He said his very first roller coaster was in 1997 at Kings Dominion in Virginia. Eventually, he wants to ride every single roller coaster in the world. Yeah, but he's not there yet. I think there are. Yeah, there's two.
Do you think he counts the carnival ones?
There's no way, right?
I was wondering.
I don't know. Maybe these have to be like in the ground. There's probably a category, right? He said about a year ago he realized that he had about 100 roller coasters left to ride and traveled heavily across each of the country to reach his goal. Across the country, not each country. But now he said that there's about 2,200 different roller coasters around the world in more than 50 countries that he is going to try and get to. I imagine some of those are probably a little difficult to get to, especially if one of them bad boys exists in like North Korea or something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying. You think they're going to be really friendly to this guy trying to get in? I got to do this for my TikTok, bro.
Yeah, I can see it. They do a lot of things.
I mean, I guess.
Would you go to North Korea?
To ride a roller coaster? No.
I don't know if I'd go.
I don't know that I'd go for anything.
It'd be kind of a weird, because I think the food wouldn't be good.
He says he has 19 in the world left to go, and 18 of them are in China. Ooh, good luck there. Xi Jinping may not allow this dude in.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe. I don't know how strict it is to get to China.
I don't think it's strict at all.
No? That's just North Korea.
I think you can just go. Yeah, North Korea.
That's the tough one.
You got to be inspected.
Oh, so, okay, if he's got 19 left to go for the whole world, and 18 of them are in China, where's that last one?
Probably Dubai.
Oh, United Arab Emirates. Okay, so I think I like this guy's chances. I think he's got a good shot at it, man. Maybe we'll have this guy on as a guest because you seem to be really into him.
Well, it's just an interesting thing to put your time and money into.
Yeah, and that's another thing. This has got to be extremely expensive
Yeah.
to do. He says most of his trips or all of his trips are self-funded, which means he ain't got any sponsors. Speaking
What I like about this guy
Yeah.
is he's spending all this money to go wait in line.
This is true. Half the time is
That's
just
kinda
spent
funny.
standing in line.
That's
yeah.
kind of funny.
And getting there, a lot of waiting. Speaking of roller coasters, Dick, get this. A woman in Florida is suing SeaWorld after she says a duck knocked her unconscious while she was riding a roller coaster at the company's theme park in Orlando. Bro, it says that she claims that a duck flew into the path of SeaWorld's Mako roller coaster while she was on the ride March of 24. So that would have been about a year and a half ago, going on close to 2 years. The duck struck her in the face, causing loss of consciousness and personal injury.
Where's the video?
Well, I mean, you're not really allowed to have a video, but what I would like to see is like that picture at the end where they take a picture of you towards the end of the roller coaster and she's just kind of hanging there, tongue hanging out.
It's so weird to me that you think of suing somebody for that.
So that's what I'm going to get at.
And the greatest quote is from their lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
We're here to get justice for our client. What about the poor duck?
Yeah, justice for the duck,
Pretty sure
man.
the duck's dead.
Yeah, he didn't have a choice in the matter. Well, the lawsuit argues that SeaWorld failed to maintain the premises in a reasonably safe condition by negligently failing to correct a dangerous situation that the park either knew or should have known about. I mean, I guess. What are they claiming? That they've got to basically put a net over the entire park? But apparently this ride was really close to like a pond where ducks will hang out, and do duck things. Poop and stuff.
Okay.
And I'm kind of surprised this hasn't happened. I mean, look, it is kind of surprising to hear, but it's not completely unsurprising, if that makes sense. You are in an open air, outside vehicle. There's going to be stuff out there like birds, right? I mean, and how I just don't see how SeaWorld can protect against
Well,
all
not
of
even
this.
that. I feel like there's a thing when you go into the park and it's like, hey, if these rides are at your own risk.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're
not expecting a duck, but at the same time, you should expect a duck. I mean, even if they do cover the entire park, I mean, think about it. Birds get into Walmart all the time. You see them flying around there, living their best life.
What happens if the goofball in front of you didn't secure his satchel and it flies up and hits you in the face and causes you, damage? Like
his European man bag, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That could happen.
The frou-frou. He's going to get his little frou-frou.
But here's what I like. The lawsuit is looking for $50,000 in damages, which I think makes sense because usually these things are like in the tens of millions or hundreds of millions. I'm like, well, you just were knocked unconscious. Yes, it was unpleasant. So I like the fact that this woman is going for a normal sum of $50,000. Because if you award people millions and millions of dollars for these things, basically you're just incentivizing people to try and get hurt. Right? Like, well, I mean, I'm getting knocked out by a duck, but I'm also getting $10 million.
Well, they're not going to win that. There's no way. That'd be ridiculous if he wins that. I can understand if the roller coaster itself injured her. But
right. That's what I'm saying. You can't protect everything in these situations, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Would you take $50K to get hit by a duck and knocked out on a roller coaster?
That'd be a pretty wild story.
Yeah. I'm going to pass.
I would want a video of it.
Yeah.
Because like your lifeless body, like,
you get that picture at the end where you're just going,
here comes the bomber.
There's feathers in her hair. Good God. Poor woman. Dick, this is a very interesting story. I know one that you're going to be paying very, very, very close attention to, but a French cyclist, survived for 3 days after
I remember reading about this.
Horrendous 130-foot fall into a ravine. Dick, what's the difference between like a ravine and a ditch? Aren't they kind of the same?
It's probably water.
Ditch has water or ravine has water. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a distinction without difference, but I don't know. Anyways, this guy was kept alive.
It's a deep, narrow gorge with steep sides, often formed by erosion from running water.
So a ditch. He was kept alive.
That's not a ditch.
By bottles of red wine he had in his shopping bag, police say. So I love this. This guy was 77 years old, and he missed a bend around the corner on this mountain, went down 130
Where's the video of that?
Not everybody's wearing GoPros, bro.
Do you think he said whoopsie daisy before he went?
No. Well, I think it's amazing these bottles of wine made the 130-foot fall as well.
Well, it was funny.
They didn't break.
I was listening to this documentary about people who go to Antarctica.
Yes.
And they have the canyons that are so deep.
Are they ravines, though?
I don't think so. I don't think it's
so
made
these
by
are
erosion.
Canyons. Okay.
I think ravines are technically made by running water.
And I think a canyon is
Over
as
the
well,
years.
i.e. the Grand Canyon. Ravine is just a small canyon.
Yeah. But anyway, this guy casually goes, yeah, if you fall into that, we're not going to come get you. And I was sitting there going, that's kind of sad, right? But then again, you're in Antarctica. He's like, we have no means to get you.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, you're on your own down
Yeah.
there. At least this guy was spotted, but it was after 3 days, man. Yikes. He was yelling down at the bottom. He couldn't climb back out, on account of it being a ravine. Finally, passing road workers heard him yelling and spotted the twisted frame of his bicycle. He was probably drunker than, hey, I'm down here, man.
Yeah, that's a great story.
It is a great story. A helicopter eventually airlifted him to the hospital, blah-de-de-blah-de-de-blah, and they're calling it a miracle that he survived, given the cold rain with almost nothing to eat or drink other than that wine. Well, there you go. The health benefits of wine.
I guess.
Yeah. A Hawaiian man got his comeuppance, Dick. This is a funny story for sending more than 100 mean texts.
Guilty.
To his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend. Last week, Darren Young, 30 years old, was ordered to send his ex 144 compliments after he texted and called her 144 times, violating a court order protection issued in February blocking contact between the two.
That's right.
So this guy has a girlfriend. They
Which
break
makes
up.
no sense, by the way.
There's a court order to keep them apart, and he starts bombarding her with text messages and calls. And she said, this violates our clause, takes him to court. Court says, oh yeah? For every call and text you made, you have to send her a compliment. Dick, that's a lot of compliments.
But what I love about this judge is he's literally causing more damage to the victim.
Yeah, because now she has to receive more
Yeah.
text.
Like it makes
I'm good.
It makes no sense. If I went through the trouble of getting like a restraining order against this guy or like a court order saying like he can't contact me.
Yeah, and then the punishment is to keep contacting you.
Yeah.
144 more times. Yeah, that is kind of a punishment for the victim here too. That's a very astute point. And what do you say after the first couple ones? You're like, nice boobs.
He probably fell back in love with her because he's like, oh, that's right.
Well,
I do like that about your hair. Or like,
yeah, there's one nice boob. I like your left boob.
you can't say boob.
I like your right boob. I like your boobs when they're together. There's 4. I mean, you're gonna run out of things to say eventually.
I'm not a boob guy, so.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know you are.
Definitely. But no, that judge is an idiot.
Well, he also had to pay $2,400 in fines.
That makes sense.
And commit 200 hours of community service. I wonder if the time spent to compliment her breasts counts as those 200 hours of community service.
No, I think this is ridiculous. That poor woman.
Well, how about this, Dick? Our last story here.
Because you always want to hear compliments from a person you absolutely detest.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Well, he's my ex-boyfriend for a
Yeah.
reason. I already know you like my boobs, dude.
What's your deal with the boobs?
Because there's 2 of them.
You just like
and
saying
so
boob.
I do, and that way
And-
you can. That's 2 tech. That's 2 compliments right there. Do it for all kinds of body parts that there's more
Yeah.
than one of.
Well, I mean, I don't know what he would say, but that's a funny story.
Last story here. A pair of burglars broke into the Mon Cherie, a Scottsdale, Arizona restaurant known for its floral arrangements and pink-colored food, and did more than just rob the spot, the local news outlets reported over the weekend. Get this, restaurant owner confirmed the details of the crime, explaining that the suspects broke in the early morning of Saturday, October 25th, and stole $450 in cash, the restaurant's iPhone, and a bottle of Bacardi, damaging 2 doors and cash registers in the process. But before robbing the restaurant, the pair were caught on a security cam engaging in sexual activity in a floral display outside of the restaurant. And this floral display is one of these things that's supposed to be sort of a social media spot for you to take pictures in front of this very fancy Mon Cherie restaurant. They're robbing it, and on their way out with that bottle of Bacardi, needed a moment of relief, Dick.
Is that what we called
Hey,
it last episode?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Robbing is a pretty stressful business.
No, what I
man.
love is when I clicked on this article,
Uh-huh.
they had the security footage. And I'm like, wait, are they going to show them banging? Like,
Yeah. Did they?
no.
No, because it's people.com.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you're in the moment. You get a little. I mean, I bet that guy at the roller coaster does some freaky stuff after he rides some roller coasters.
It does say that the restaurant posted the footage of the suspects on their
Yeah.
own Instagram page, joking in the comments, "Food's so good, they come in at 4 a.m. with a heart." The footage had a call to action message written all over it, asking followers, "Does anybody recognize this guy?"
Yeah, that's great.
From the waist down or the waist up, either way. Pretty funny, man. Pretty funny.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Time for the quick hit here at the end of the show.
Okay.
I think. If my calculations are correct and I got my time written down correctly, I don't know. Dick, do you know who Thomas H. Barlow is?
No.
Well, he was born in 1852 and died in question mark. I love that. Not a lot of good record keeping back then, I guess. So we're not sure. He could still be alive
We've
today.
already covered how we don't
He,
keep records.
he may have gotten shot into outer space. We don't know.
We don't know. Hit by a duck.
That too. Well, he was an American Major League Baseball player who played as a catcher and shortstop for 3 different teams for his entire 4-year career. spent entirely in the National Association, but he is most notably noted as the inventor of the bunt.
Oh, wonderful.
Somebody had to eventually or at some point come up with this crazy idea. Hey, man, I got this idea. Instead of hitting it, I'm just going to let the ball hit me or hit the bat. That'll never work. That's crazy. And the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, you forgot the coolest thing about him.
What's that?
In 1887, he was arrested for shoplifting while high on opium.
Love how you find all these really obscure details about him.
And this addiction started when he played in baseball. That's pretty cool, right?
That's where he came up with the idea for the bunt. He got all real high. He was like, oh, man.
He's like, there's no way, I'm too slow.
Just sit there kind of hold the bat with two hands while you're moving around. This is a lot easier this way. Problem is he still had to run to first. A minor detail he didn't quite think about when he was high.
The cool thing, though, in the census data, his occupation was listed as ball player.
Very generic.
That's pretty cool.
Ball player. That's right.
I think this guy alone might be the onesie of the week because the opium addiction is hilarious to me.
Opium addiction, invented the bunt, don't know when he died, could be in outer space. You, sir, Mr. Thomas H. Barlow, are our audience of one.
Whatever happened to opium?
Onesie of the week. You did it all. None left. What do you mean? What happened to it? Like,
do we just get better opium? Like, no one just says, I'm going to do some ope.
I think it's inside of other drugs now.
No one's just doing pure opium anymore? There's got to be at least one dude out there smoking that
We'll
plant.
find him. No, I think it's put into other drugs, right, for pain relievers.
Yeah, but we don't call it opium anymore, though.
No, but there's opium-based pain relievers.
Yeah, we should look into that.
What's the real popular one?
Fentanyl, probably?
Well, that's not really a pain reliever, although it probably does relieve some pain. No, I can't think of it right now.
I don't understand
OxyContin.
fentanyl. I don't understand.
Isn't that what the base of Oxy is?
Maybe,
opium?
Probably.
I don't know. You're looking at me like I'm supposed to know. I don't know, dude. I didn't take away your ope.
I was just curious because everyone talked about opium den. I always wanted to go to opium den and see what's going on.
Sure, we can find one. Maybe Thomas Barlow will be there.
It's like everyone's asleep in this room. This is weird.
That guy's talking about bunting a baseball.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. It's all the time we got for this week, man. I am happy that we got it in. It was fun. Enjoyed it as always. Until next week, onesies. Bye-bye.